Hey guys, it's me Paco, and you're watching Bad Witch Books. Hey guys, today is December, and we're going to be going over the top 10 anticipated books for 2024. These are the books, not all the books I'm super excited for, but 10 that I found that I'm like hyped for. I have a mix of books that are like newer authors I don't talk about all the time, and then like a sequel. I think I only have one sequel on here. No, two sequels are on here. A couple returning authors. No, three sequels, actually. Three sequels, a couple returning authors, and some new meat. So, let's get into it. So, number 10. These aren't really ranked, except number 1 is number 1. Is my most anticipated book of the release for 2024 that I am willing to sell someone's soul for. Not mine. But someone's. So, let's get started. So, number 10, we have Prince of Endless Tides by Ben Alderson. This will be released on January 26, 2024. This book, from what I know about it, is the continuation of Ben Alderson's Darkmount series. So this is book 4. But each book is a standalone and can be read on its own, but it is a monster, like, dark romance. And number 3 was my favorite, Alpha of Mortal Flesh. You'll see that in the video next month of Top 10 Books of the Year. But Prince of Endless Tides is a Little Mermaid meets Clash of the Titans retelling, but it's like if the prince got with the sea witch and if the sea witch was a guy. So tentacles. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say from a Monster Smut girlies. Yes, Christine, I do a Monster Smut book on here, but I am very excited to read this. I loved Alpha Moral Flesh, and then if I believe I'm correct about what the book after this one is a retelling of, I'm very excited. Okay, so the next book is A Tempest of Tea by Hassa Faisal. This will be out February 20th, 2024. This book has been on so many anticipated releases for me. I think this might be the third time I've put this book on a release because I've been waiting for years for this book. So, years and years. But we finally have a cover. It's gorgeous. We finally have a date, I just said. And I am very excited. All I know is that this book is about a main character who is in this London society. And she has to, she has like a tea house that also operates as a vampire like blood place at night. And she has to perform a heist. And she has to get like a gang of misfits. I'm very excited. House of Hazel can do no wrong in my eyes. So very excited for that. So next is a debut author. And it is book 8 on this list. And it is So Let Them Burn by Camilla Cole, I believe is her name. And this is out the 16th of January. And now this book is about, I believe if I get this correct, because I'm not going to be reading the descriptions of this one each time because I don't got time for that. But this book follows our main character who, I believe, prior to the book's start, she freed her kingdom from like this other kingdom using dragons. Or using her magic to fight. I think the other kingdom had dragons. And that was like 10 years ago. And now she's coming of age. And like her sister has something to do with that kingdom. And I'm very excited. All I know is that I believe this book is sapphic. I could be wrong, but I believe this book is sapphic. And I think it's also got some Jamaican-inspired world. And I am very excited to read this. The cover is gorgeous. Let me just look at the cover. Look at this cover. Okay, so Let Them Burn. Very excited for it. So number 7 is Icarus by Kate Ankrum. This comes out on March 26, 2024. So this book is a retelling of the myth of Icarus, but it has Icarus as a thief, art thief, I believe. And he is been known to steal from like the rich, very Robin Hood-y, to get revenge for him and his father. And he accidentally tries to steal from, I believe, Mr. Black is the name of the character, that like the like rich guy. And he like ends up meeting his son who's on house arrest, who is Helios. And I am very intrigued on reading this. This sounds very gay, so I'm in. It sounds good. I love a good Greek retelling. I like a good, like, gay Greek retelling. So I'm very excited. So the next book is Blood at the Root by Ladarian Williams. This book comes out on the 5th of May, 2024. Gorgeous. Come here, look at this cover. Look at this cover. What do we love to see? Yes. This book follows our main character. Do not know his name. Could not tell you. He, I believe, finds out that he has magic and goes to this HBCU to learn how to control it and learn more about his family and shit, and just sign me up. That's all I need to know. I mean, this cover, honestly, was all I needed to know to want to read it, and I'm just very hyped to finally get to it when it comes out. I know it is Princess's book club next year, so I can't wait to read it. And also, Tempest of Tea is my book club for September next year. So, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. So, number 5 is Medea by Elish Quinn. And this comes out February 13th, 2024. February has some good books coming out. I'm excited because, like, February is my favorite month because it's my birthday month. But Medea is a classic Greek retelling of the story of Medea, one of my favorite Greek characters, like, up there with Circe. I mean, are we surprised that I love Medea? She's a witch. I'm very excited to read this. I think there's another Medea book coming out next year as well. So maybe that's a possible vlog of, like, or a, like, side-by-side review of these two to see where they go with the Medea story. But I'm very excited to get into this because I love Medea, especially, like, Circe, one of my all-time favorite books. This is by a different author, but, like, inspired by, like, the Circe-ism, like, what that book did for this Greek retelling era we're in. I'm loving. So, number 4, now we're getting to one of the 3 sequels, is Queen Bee, The Story of Anne Boleyn, Witch Queen by Juno Dawson. This book is out 7/23, so July 23rd, 2024. This is the UK cover because I love the UK covers for these series. I buy them from Waterstones and get them delivered across the pond because I have no self-control. But this book is a prequel to the Her Majesty's Royal Coven series. This takes place at the beginning of the timeline because this place was the forming of the Coven, and it has to do with Anne Boleyn. It's got Tudor era politics and witches. I'm very excited. I loved Her Majesty's Royal Coven and Shadow Cabinet, which I read last year or this year, and I'm very excited. I was really hoping Human Rights was going to be out, but I guess Human Rights is going to be a 2025 release, and this is going to be our 2024 release, and I'm very excited to read it because that series is so good. So the next book is book 3, because we can count, and that is Mirrored Heavens by Rebecca Warrenhorst. This is the final book in the Earth and Sky, I believe it is called, or the Mirrored Earth and Heavens, something like that. Maybe Future Baku will come in and tell us what the correct series is. But this is book 3, and it's all by Rebecca Warrenhorst. If you don't know what the series is about, it is inspired by pre-colonial America, indigenous world. It is its own fantasy world, but it's inspired by pre-colonial America. And I loved it. Black Sun was so good. It was about a guy, like a gods. It's got magic. It's got, like, political intrigue. It is so good. Book 2, I really enjoyed, even though I know a lot of people didn't talk about book 2 as much, because they thought the cover was ugly, and, like, I did at first, but after reading the book, I love the cover. Not as much as book 1. Book 1's cover is iconic. And book 3's cover is back to gorgeous. But I like book covers, too, after reading the book. But yeah, I'm very excited for this series. It's got gods, it's got sirens, it's got blood magic, it's got everything. Next book is book 2, and it's Canti Contigo by Joni Garcia Villa. This is a YA contemporary about rivals, 2 lovers, 2 mariachi band players. So I believe it follows our one character. I do not know his name because I should have done research before I filmed this video, but I am tired. But one character A, I believe he moves, but right before he was set to win this competition, his grandfather dies, and he was, like, gonna make out with his hot guy, and then, like, his world changes because his grandfather passes away, and then he moves to his school, and he tries to join the mariachi group just to find out that, like, the guy that he was gonna make out with is there, and shit happens. I know it's, like, rivals to lovers. I know that it's supposed to have, I think, a hint of magical realism, and I already love magical realism. I love Joni Garcia Villa's writing. Sign me up. I'm so excited. I mean, I've been excited about this book since they announced it on Twitter years ago when they said mariachis, rivals to lovers. I was like, take my money. Why am I clapping? This is what happens when I'm tired. But I am very excited to read this. Like, Santa and Auntie Were Here was heartbreaking and heartful, and I loved it. And 1500 Miles from the Sun is a special place in my heart, so I love both of the books. I'm excited to love all 3. Okay, and the last book, to no one's surprised if you know me, is Celestial Monsters. This book does not have a cover yet. So, like, maybe a picture of me crying over book 1. No, I'm not going to do that to y'all. But Celestial Monsters is the sequel to Sunbearer Trials. This book comes out on September 3rd. And Sunbearer Trials follows Theo, who is a semi-diesel, so he is the son of Getzel, the deus of birds, and a Jade. So, like, each of the gods in this world are the 3 type of gods, and their children are, like, considered gold or jade, and they have to do this contest every generation, and the loser of the contest is sacrificed, and it's usually golds who compete it because they're, like, the bigger, stronger ones, but Theo is choosing to do it, and it's so good. I love Theo. Theo is, like, my chaotic gremlin child. I love him. I love the love interest. Aurelio. Yeah, I got to fight your mama. If I meet his mama in the streets, we fighting. His mama and me got beef. I'm so excited for it. I love that series so much. Book 1 was so good. I'm probably gonna reread it this year. I don't have a cover yet, and, like, I've been, like, frothing at the mouth for news about this book, and I'm just so excited we finally have it. And then, like, the cover's not out yet. I think it's coming. The cover will be released next month. And Aiden Thomas, my favorite author, said this is the gayest cover yet, and I'm just, like, excited. Like, awaken me when this book is out, please. I'm gonna put myself in, like, a sleep-deprived like, curse. Right now. Wake me up when this book comes out. I don't give a fuck about true love. Wake me up with this book. But yeah. So those are my, like, most anticipated releases of the year. There's some other books I'm really excited for. Like, I'm really excited for, the next book written by Angela Montoya. Because Sinner's Isle was so good. And her second book sounds so good. I really don't know exactly what it's about, but it's pitched as, like, Pride and Prejudice meets Buffy with, like, some Zorro tossed in, and I am just so excited for that. There's so many, like, interesting books coming out next year. We are all excited for. Also, because, I mean, I don't know, unless you've been hearing under a rock, we all know about that author that wanted to reboot BIPOC books. So I say let's us as book readers and booktubers and books influencers or whatever, because I guess that's what I am, let's do our best to make all those books that blank tried to, like, review bomb get to the number 1s list. Or let's do our best. Let's read those books. Let's hype them up. Because, I mean, I had made this list up ahead of time before this, like, that scandal drop. So Let Them Burn is on there. But I'm so excited for all these other books. Like, I can't think of all the titles right now. But Defy the Gods or something like that looks so good, and The Poison We Drink looks amazing. So let's also hype those books up. Let's do our best. That's a challenge. I challenge you all to as well. But comment down what you guys are super excited for. If you got release dates, help a hoe out, because I could open up Goodreads. But I will see you guys next time. I try to post videos Fridays. I know it's Saturday. I don't hear anything, okay? I am very tired. But I will see y'all next time.